welcome back to another weekly vlog. I'm so excited for this video because guess what? This morning I went on my first run since starting running back, and I did 3 miles in, it was like 24 minutes. So I considered that a win. It wasn't my fastest, but we're working our way back up. So it definitely was a little bit hard with my endurance being lower than it used to be, but that's okay. And I'm treating myself to sushi tonight because I did my run today and me and my husband are going out for a date night, but I'm about to make lunch. So I wanted to go ahead and just kind of like chat, make lunch together. I'm making like a bell pepper ground beef situation. It's gonna be like 410 calories. I am going ham on sushi tonight, so I'm trying to keep lunch a little bit lighter because I want to splurge tonight. We're going to 2 places. We're going to Catch Dallas, and then we're also going to Pearl Dallas, which is like another sushi place. We made reservations at Catch and then realized that we didn't really like the menu much, and then Pearl's menu is better. So we're just gonna go to both and do like drinks and appetizers at Catch and then do like entree at Pearl. So I'm so excited about that because Pearl sushi looked, so I'm excited to try. But let's go ahead and make lunch together. First thing I need to do is get some bell peppers chopped up. I'm doing 6 ounces. And I'm also just gonna chop these up and throw them in the air fryer. Probably need to get a cutting board. My run is really good though, so I think I'm gonna start out running 2 times a week. And I'm gonna do 1 running session on my upper body or my Pilates day. I can't really decide what I wanna do yet. Honestly, I think upper body might be a little bit better because my Pilates days are typically like busy days because I'm always trying to run back from my class and get working in time. I think my running days, or I think my upper body days are gonna be paired with my run, and that will probably be better because my upper body days, if I hustle, they take me like 30 minutes. So I could easily do like, you know, a 3-mile run or so on top of that. So I'm gonna start out with just 3 miles consistently. My main focus right now is getting my 5K time up. Whenever I was done training for my half marathon, my 5K time was like 21 minutes. And so that's my first goal, is to get my 5K time back down to 21 minutes. And then we'll see where we go from there. But honestly, I'm really focused on like speed and endurance because yes, I love being able to run long distances, but right now with my muscle gain goals, me running 3 miles a couple times a week isn't gonna jeopardize those, but me training for something as long as like a half or something like that definitely will, just because it's harder to be able to eat enough to maintain your muscle mass and all that. So I don't wanna kind of jeopardize those goals because I'm really, really focused on it. Not to mention, I get my body scan, my DEXA scan. I did my first one 3 months ago, and I get my next one next Friday. And I'm so stoked about that because from the last time I got my DEXA scan, my weight's definitely up, so I know my muscle mass hopefully will be up. And I really, really hope that I get some good results with putting on some muscle in the process, because that was really my main goal since the last time that I did get my DEXA scan done. I'm hoping my body fat percentage relatively stays the same and that my muscle mass goes up. Okay, I'm just air frying those peppers right now, and then I'm going to get the rest of my ingredients together. Why can I not find anything? Okay. Okay, I literally already have my ground beef out in a bowl. And then I need cottage cheese, Caesar dressing, Parmesan. Trying to make sure I hit my fat and protein goals for the day, because with the sushi I'm gonna get later, definitely need to get some extra fat in right now. But it's all looking pretty good, honestly, because I'm getting 52 grams of protein in this. I got 30 at breakfast, and dinner I should get like at least 30. So we're gonna be set up. And I'm trying to, right now, honestly, I'm trying to hit like minimum 60 grams of fat every day. Sometimes I'm a little bit lower, and sometimes I literally hit like 80 in a day. So I think it just kind of depends. So I already have my ground beef in this bowl. I need to heat that up really quick. We have a pretty fun weekend ahead of us. I don't want it to go by too fast, but I'm getting my nails done tomorrow. And we're going out to dinner tomorrow with a couple of our friends too. And then Sunday, we might have another dip party at the house. So I gotta find time to clean my house at some point. Also, this is the new Honor hoodie. I'm obsessed. This is the crew neck. I got the matching pants with it too. This came in last night, and I literally was like, first day to be able to wear it is today. I'm wearing it right now, and I'm obsessed. And this is a small. Look, this fits like my normal like large would in a sweatshirt, and it's a small. So if you're gonna get one, they're very oversized. I was this close to getting a medium, and I'm so glad I didn't, because if I would have, I literally, it would have swallowed me. I need my food to hurry up because I'm hungry. It's 2 o'clock. I ate breakfast at like 8. It's 2 o'clock right now. Honestly, I haven't been super hungry today, which is wild. That's okay, because we're splurging on dinner like I said already. Okay, we got our ground beef heated up. Now I'm gonna add my other toppings, and then when my peppers are done, I'll just mix it all in the same bowl. So we got 80 grams of good culture. At this point, I put cottage cheese on everything, so if that offends you, you probably shouldn't follow me. It's crazy because when you're like a nutrition fitness girly on social media, right, you get hate about every sort of thing. But I used to think that Instagram was the craziest as far as comments go. We're doing 30 grams of this. Bolthouse Farms Caesar. But YouTube Shorts has been acting insane lately with the way people have been commenting on my videos. Like the amount of ED allegations I've gotten, literally, for what? And then I made a video about if you eat like a bird or something like that. I said if you eat like a bird, or I said that I don't eat like a bird to stay lean because I eat like 4 really well-rounded meals and I stay full and satisfied. Somebody commented and was like, then goes on to eat like a bird. I was like, girl, what do you mean if 4 meals and a snack is eating like a bird, then like we've lost the plot, I think, because if you expect me to be out here, like how much do y'all expect people to be eating? Like that's a normal amount to eat, and that is not heavy restriction. If you think that's heavy restriction, I don't think you've ever been down that road, babe. Okay, I did 10 grams of Parmesan, and then I'm just gonna mix this all together once I get the peppers out of the air fryer. Let me see how long I have. Okay, we probably just need like a couple more minutes. I'm so impatient. My journey with meals this week has literally been what can I throw in a bowl with cottage cheese to eat it and like it, and it's pretty much everything. I literally did a cottage cheese bowl this morning for breakfast and it just had fruit and cereal on it. So freaking good. So if y'all are like, what do I eat? What do I eat? Literally just put anything on cottage cheese and it will solve all of your problems. Okay, I'm too impatient to wait any longer, and these look good and charred. So example of how we like our bell peppers. Okay, now I'm just gonna literally add these all to here, and then I'm probably gonna heat it up a little bit more just because I gotta get the cottage cheese a little hot, melt the Parmesan. It would've been a lot smarter for me to do a bigger bowl than this, but it's okay. I have to get like the Caesar coated on every piece of ground beef though, because if I don't, it's not the same. Freak. Okay. And here's what our lunch looks like. This is kind of how I pre-plan for events or like social outings or, you know, dinner with my husband and stuff like that. I eat like super high protein, try to hit my protein and fats before I go, and then just keep it, you know, moderately low cal for the day so that whenever I go out, I can eat whatever I want. Freaking delicious. Hey besties, I'm getting ready for our dinner outing. I'm about to do my hair. I'm gonna curl her. But I thought this would be a good time for us to have a chit chat. Because y'all know what, I've been getting an influx about holiday questions, especially for my clients. They stress out around Thanksgiving, Christmas, all these holiday celebrations coming up. So because I know I'm getting all these questions from them, I know y'all are out there wondering the same thing. So let's talk about like how I navigate holidays, because I think that the reason we stress about it so much is because we put them on a pedestal that they don't need to be on. Like, yes, we want to celebrate holidays consistently and like be with our family and stuff, but our culture like centers food and all of these things, which isn't a negative. Like, food can be such a good way to celebrate culture and community, but a lot of times it makes us create crazy relationships with certain like food habits, if that makes sense, or certain types of food, which I think is way more harmful. Because listen, if you literally just deem stuffing a holiday food to the point where you literally never eat it, and it's something that you love so much, but you wait a whole year until Thanksgiving to be able to eat stuffing, of course you're gonna overeat it, because you're telling yourself it's gonna be a whole nother year until you get it again. So in my head, I think about things that are holiday foods, like for example, mashed potatoes. I freaking love mashed potatoes. The last thing that I'm gonna do is wait until literally Thanksgiving to eat mashed potatoes throughout the whole year. Because obviously if I didn't allow myself to have them for an entire year, I would probably eat the whole thing of mashed potatoes that's in front of me at Thanksgiving, right? But because I love them so much, I focus on how to work them into my diet enough so that they're not a pedestal food that I tell myself I can only have once a year. For example, literally ordered mashed potatoes at a restaurant with my salmon last weekend. Already had mashed potatoes. Had them multiple times since last Thanksgiving. And guess what? Now I see them at Thanksgiving and I don't think twice about it. Am I gonna have some on Thanksgiving? Yes. Do I think twice about it? No. I don't think I have to binge eat a whole thing of mashed potatoes. You can come in. Y'all, literally, Kylan refuses to be on video. I don't know why. Is it because your friends make fun of you? Come in. They like you and they've said it before. Kylan, why are you doing that? Be on my videos.
No.
Wow. Anyways, so that's your first problem. Second problem is you're not actually being present during your holidays if you're so over-consumed with food the whole time. I think this is something that so many people do. But anyways, when you're so over-consumed with it and then you literally go and binge eat at Thanksgiving, then after that, the whole time all you're thinking about is how you have to get back on track tomorrow, or how you feel so gross, or you just want to go take a nap because you overate and blah, blah, blah. You doing that is taking away from your holiday experience just as much, equally, as being too overly restrictive. So the thing that you have to learn how to do is, like, one, not put holidays on a pedestal that don't need to be there. Because yes, they're special, but what's special about them is your community, not the foods that you can eat. If you want to eat stuffing, make stuffing. I don't make stuffing all year round because I don't crave stuffing. What do I crave? Yogurt bowls and ice cream and cream of rice bowls and some good chicken strips and pizza. Like pizzas, that's something I crave year round. I go out of my way to make macro-friendly pizza and just to have pizza and working in my diet because I crave it. If I was craving stuffing, then I would make stuffing, but I'm not. So what makes it so special on Thanksgiving? Honestly, nothing. Is it special enough to have? Yes, but is it on this pedestal where you need to look at it and be like, oh my God, I have to overeat this because I'm never gonna have it until next year. And I'm not literally making fun or blaming anyone or talking negatively on anyone who does this, because this is where I used to be, and I'm talking to you from the other side of it. So literally what I do on Thanksgiving is I don't overcomplicate it. I don't stress myself out with counting calories and macros or any of that. Unless I want to. If it's something I want to do, I will. But usually it's not, just like my birthday. I eat what I want until I'm full and satisfied. And then I know, okay, all these things in front of me, I can take for leftovers tomorrow. And I can count it and work it into my macros for the rest of the week if I really want to. But for today, we're just gonna eat the things that we want, not worry about tracking, get back into my healthy habits tomorrow, not second guess it, but also not tell myself that none of those things are worth doing and then I might as well just binge eat because it's a holiday. Like, that's crazy talk. Crazy talk. So basically, long story short is, if you're stressing about the holiday, I want you to take a breath. Look at it as one day outside of your routine. If you really are focused on your fitness goals right now, and there's nothing wrong with that, bulk up your plate with veggies and meats and stuff like that so you can get your protein in and you can be full. Eat meals before you go so you're not going into a Thanksgiving meal starving. I eat 2 full meals before I go to Thanksgiving dinner every single time. I never skip breakfast. Skipping meals and all of that is so dumb because it's just gonna cause you to overeat at the end of the day. So do that, make those meals high protein, macro friendly, and then if you can't track your Thanksgiving, that's okay. Go into it with the calorie macro room you have left. Portion control some of the things that you feel like maybe are more calorically dense, right? Like maybe choosing one dessert that you really want that's your favorite rather than getting like a whole dessert plate. Allow yourself to like slow down and actually enjoy the things that you're putting on your plate. And skip out on the things that you don't really want. I say this all the time, like green bean casserole, cranberry sauce, that kind of stuff, I don't even like that much. Like, it's not something that I look forward to. So if I don't look forward to it and it's not gonna enhance my experience, it's not something that I'm gonna waste my time on. I'm gonna, you know, fill up my plate with more of the things that I actually love, like the mac and cheese and the mashed potatoes. So focus on the things you love, forego the things you don't care about. Bulk up your plate with some good macro, micronutrients with veggies and whatever you have available to you protein-wise. Slow down, be present, eat until you're full. Give yourself maybe 15-20 minutes in between plates to kind of process if you're still hungry or not. And then, if you decide you're still hungry, then go back and get smart portions of things that you feel like you're craving. Do the same thing and repeat. That's literally it, okay? Don't tell yourself that you're only going for 1 plate and can't have seconds, because then you're gonna pile the plate so big that's too big for your eyes or too big for your stomach, and you're gonna tell yourself you have to eat it because you're restricting to only 1 plate. Get the things that you love, like I just said. Bulk with protein, veggies. Eat 1 plate slow. Think about it, process it, experience, be present. Be present. Mentally, that's so important. And then after you're done, go home. Take some leftovers. If there's some that you really want, that you feel like are your favorite things you want to work into your macros for the next couple of days. That way you don't put it on a pedestal every time you see it, and that you prove to yourself you can work it in a balanced way. And then ta-da, back on track. It's simple, it's difficult, but it's simple. So set your intentions, set your executions before that day, and go into it and execute it, and use that as an opportunity to prove to yourself that you can live a balanced lifestyle and that you can enjoy holidays in a way that you're not overstressed about it, pushing yourself to be super overindulgent and feeling like guilty or negative around your habits with food. Use it as an opportunity to be able to look back and be like, wow, I did that once already on Thanksgiving, and now every single year is gonna be the same exact way. And that builds your confidence every single time. Time for y'all to see our fit check for date night. Boy, you even got your shirt on. Can you put your sweater on real quick so we can do a fit check?
You better hush up talking to me. It makes me sweat, whatever.
What?
It makes me sweat.
Get over it.
And mom, I'm gonna leave this house with soon.
Okay, here's our fit check. We gotta go all the way back. Okay, brown dress. I have my leather boots on with my leather jacket. Look at Kylan's sweater. Come closer so they can see. Wait, show them your shoes. You gotta kick your foot up. Okay, look how cute this sweater is. We literally thrifted it at Goodwill. Let's go get sushi. Good morning, guys. If you're wondering why I'm literally wearing the exact same outfit, it's because I love this outfit more than anything. It's 8 o'clock this morning and I got up with full intentions of going to hit a leg day, but I'm just not feeling it. I'm not fully recovered. I ran for the first time yesterday, and so I did a leg day before that, the day before, so I'm just not fully recovered, like, from my sessions. And I think it's gonna be a lot smarter for me to just take a rest day today. Kind of run some errands, get some things done. I need to go get my nails done at like 11. So I think doing that, chilling out. We have another little dinner we're going out to tonight with our friends. That's like earlier around 5, and then we're gonna go see the Christmas lights and then watch our show tonight. So I got a really wholesome night ahead of me, and I think taking a rest day just so I can kind of get the house clean, maybe go on a walk, is gonna be a lot more productive for me. So I think you need to learn that. Learn to rest your body when it needs it, because if you don't, it is not gonna be making as much progress as you want it to with muscle gain. And guys, the cottage cheese bowl I made yesterday was so good. I'm literally making it again because it hit the freaking spot. I don't have the exact same fruits, but I'm just gonna do what I have. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all, that was my original plan. I was gonna wake up and go straight to the gym and then just go get my nails done afterwards. But honestly, I just think that today, I'm gonna maybe kind of grind and get some housework done so that I'm going into the week feeling really refreshed. And then after that, go get my nails done and then have a really good date night with my husband. We've been spending a lot of time together this week, which makes me so happy. Rest day it is, getting my cottage cheese bowl made. Y'all, I don't know what it was, but this cereal that I put on my cottage cheese bowl, the Special K almond, hit so hard yesterday. Like, I don't know. Sometimes the simplest things are the best. Like, you just don't expect them to be, but they just are. Okay, let me get this logged correctly. I need 1 ounce of strawberries, 40 grams of blueberries, 14 grams of Special K. Chocolate chips, I forgot my chocolate chips almost. Be right back, chocolate chips. I think I'm gonna do white chocolate chips this time just to switch her up a little bit. Ah, throwing them everywhere. Oh my gosh, even just bending down my legs are sore. Like there's no way I can freaking hit a leg day today. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, and here's my breakfast masterpiece. Literally just cottage cheese, strawberries, blueberries. I put some Splenda in the cottage cheese, some Special K almond on top, and then some Lily's chocolate chips, and it's so good. And high volume, 281 calories, 32 grams of protein, like, oh, and the twisted dough too. So I'm gonna eat this and then we're gonna start cleaning. Okay, little update guys, I cleaned my entire house and I did it in like an hour and a half. The only thing I didn't do is the laundry, but my husband's gonna do that because that's low-key his thing. Like I usually don't do the laundry. I would rather do the dishes. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but right now I'm headed to the trail because I'm gonna go on a little walk before I go get my nails done. So on my rest days, I tend to, since I'm taking an impromptu rest day, I tend to still do active rest, and then I, you know, pretty much just focus on steps and stuff. I'm still hitting my 12K step goal pretty much every day. So I got like 3,000 steps while cleaning. The rest of my day, honestly, is probably gonna be pretty sedentary because I'm getting my nails done, which I'm gonna be sitting for. I'm gonna probably do some work while my husband goes to his basketball game, which I'm probably gonna be sitting for. And then we got a sedentary day, so I need to get a little walk in. It's 9:53 right now. My nail salon doesn't open until 11, so my plan is to maybe walk like 3 miles or so, and then I'm gonna see if I can park in this parking place. Okay, so I just got to the trail. I'm just gonna kind of walk and edit some videos, do some client responses and stuff like that while I walk and get my steps in. So it's 10. I'm shooting to try to leave here probably around 11 so I can get to my nail salon close to when it opens so it's not super busy because I do not have an appointment. I already know what I'm gonna get on my nails and I'm so freaking excited. So stay tuned. Okay guys, I'm back from my trail run. It's currently 10:57. We did 58 minutes, 50 seconds. Sorry, I meant trail walk, hello. 6,852 steps, 22 minutes in zone 2, 36 in zone 1, and let's see how many steps total. 9,981 steps total. So now we're closer to 12K. We will get it by the end of the day. And then the next thing you will see of me is getting my freaking new nails on. Take this second to try to guess what I'm getting. I'll give you one hint. I'm getting my favorite color and then a design. So take a guess and I'll be back. Okay, ready? And we are done. Look how freaking cute. Shut up. Blue polka dots. I'm so obsessed. Like, be so for real. And these were a fill and he did so good. I'm definitely going back to him. Thank you, Kai at Modish Nails. Now I'm going home because your girl's hungry. I brought a protein bar with me. I don't want to talk crap, okay? But I just want y'all to know I'm always a girl who's gonna keep it real. And I don't lie on products. I got these no-cow protein bars, the peanut butter chocolate ones. They sent them to me in PR. I was really excited about them. Really bad. It pains me to say it, but I took one bite and I was like, immediately no. Immediately no. So I love you, no-cow, and I appreciate you. I'm so grateful. But I just can't do it. I can't do it. Next, we are going to home to make some lunch. So let's go. I'm so excited. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but one of the best macro-friendly staples is a sandwich. And sometimes I reminisce back to whenever I was a kid and I would make sandwiches like after pool days or like on the lake or whatever. Seriously, so good. So I'm about to make a fat sandwich. And I'm gonna have it with some fruit. It's also helpful that it's a really high volume, like low calorie staple too, since we're going out to eat tonight. Y'all, I think I'm gonna get a fat Caesar salad tonight. I seriously love Caesar salad. It would be on my death row meal. And I also really can't be bothered to cook right now. And I don't have any pre-prepped meat because I ate it all. I ate all my ground beef yesterday. And then sometimes I can't decide if I want my sandwich with toasted bread or not. But I think this is gonna be a non-toasted day because this bread is just smelling so good. But I don't wanna cook because I'm really hungry now, but also because we're going to dinner at 5, which means, or 5:30, which means we need to leave at 4:45, I think, or no, 4:15, dinner at 5. So because of that, I have to get ready at like, it's 1 o'clock right now. I'm gonna have to get ready. We're leaving at 4:15. I need to get ready at like, literally probably 3. So that means I don't have that much time to chill and I wanna relax a little bit on my Saturday because I need a chill pill sometimes. Okay, I'm doing regular turkey on this. I'm doing 3 ounces because I like a lot of meat. Okay guys, I've also been watching The Pit on Hulu and that's what I wanna do is watch it because I'm actually obsessed. I'm so sad whenever I find a show that I really like and there's only 1 season of it and I'm almost done with it and I'm gonna cry. I have to have shows that I watch like without my husband and then ones that I watch with my husband because we usually watch like 1 episode or so a night of like a show together. So me and him are watching Chad Powers right now with Lynn Powell, which I love that show too. But The Pit is so good. I've been obsessed with it and I've been watching it without him. And I think the next show I'm gonna watch once I finish The Pit is It's All Her Fault. I've seen everybody talk about it on Netflix, or sorry, on TikTok. And so I really wanna try it. I don't even know what it's about, but I've heard it's a thriller and I've heard it's really good. So that's all I need to know. I'm almost out of honey mustard, you guys. Kylan used like the whole freaking thing the other day. Okay. Pickles! So anyways, that's next up on my watch list. And then I also have, y'all know I never have an abundance of like shows on my watch list because I'm always like searching for a show to watch. It feels so good to have like a list of, like a content list of what I wanna watch coming up so that I never run out of things. But I wanna watch the new season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives because I freaking love that show. And then It's All Her Fault is next. So I need to watch both of those after I finish The Pit. I'm putting some, I always put lettuce on my sandwiches for volume. That leaf is kind of crusty. It just bulks it up and gives it a little bit of crunch. Yum! Okay, I'm gonna put some red onion on here too. So I think I have like 2 episodes of The Pit left. So maybe I'll honestly finish that today. I'm gonna cut up some apple and some pear. I have this pear, I don't need it to go bad, so I need to eat it. I was gonna make a tropical yogurt bowl with it, but I just didn't get around to it. And then I've been trying to force myself to drink more water, you guys. But when there's Fresca in my cabinet, how can you blame me, for real? Okay, let's see. 167 grams of apple. Okay, I think I'm just gonna try to do half of this apple because the apple will actually stay good. Half of the apple, and then I'm gonna do all of the pear. So let's see. That is 134. Pear. I don't know what kind of pear this is, but it's been so long since I've eaten a pear too, and I love pears. My mom, I don't know if anybody else, his parents used to do this, but my mom used to order the Harry and David pears online. Y'all, they're the best pears I've ever eaten in my life. They're so juicy and so good. I gotta get the core out of this. My dog over here being greedy, trying to get some of my pear. And it's my fault because I always feed him apples. Okay, now let me weigh out my pear. 139 grams. Oh, okay. There's nothing like a crisp, honey crisp apple. It is the best brand. If you're out there eating Fuji or whatever, you don't know life. Then I also am gonna drizzle some peanut butter on here because I need some more healthy fats in today. I'm doing, let's go ahead and just do 15 grams, why not? And y'all should be proud of me because I have actually been putting my peanut butter in a separate thing to heat it up instead of heating it up in the container, since y'all always yell at me for that. So boring part of my day, I'm basically just gonna eat this lunch and work and watch the pit while I sit down and work and stuff. And that's all. Ta-da! Okay, I'm just gonna drizzle this peanut butter over my fruit, just so I get a little bit evenly dispersed on every bat. I love peanut butter so much. I don't know what the superior nut butter is though, because you guys, if y'all have never had Justin's almond butter, oh, it is so good. I just wish it melted as good as peanut butter because it doesn't. It's like more of one that you need to do like, you know, a little bit thicker. So it's not as good as like a drizzle on stuff. Try to get every last gram out of here. Okay, and then I'm gonna drizzle some sugar-free syrup across the top too, because I need a little bit more oomph. Okay, and here's our high volume lunch, 479 calories, 26 grams of protein, and 94 of the calories came from peanut butter, so like, this will be like way lower without it, but I need to get my healthy fats in, so this is what we're having. Y'all wanna know something diabolical? Literally, we went to do our grocery, if you're wondering like, Kelly, why do you look like you just went out and then you're in here with all these groceries? Because we were like, well, after date night, might as well go grocery shopping and get it over with. We just got home, it's 8:25, and we're like, might as well go grocery shopping so we don't have to do it tomorrow after church, and we can go work out after church together. So that's what we're doing. Dinner was so good. We went to this cute little freaking Italian place. We got an amazing Caesar. So now I'm gonna do the grocery haul. Faye refill, 2% is my go-to. Good Culture, again, y'all, I've had like 3 weeks in a row where they've had Good Culture, and I got 2 of them because duh. I still have one open one in here, but I go through like 3 of these a week. Light sour cream because we're gonna make some like healthier spinach dip. Some Yasso caramel bars because I'm almost out. Apples, y'all know I've been loving apples. Honey Crisp are the best ones. And then I've been loving kiwis lately too. So I got 3 of these. It's really good on my cottage cheese bowls. We spent $200. I thought it was gonna be under 200 this time, but it wasn't. We got like 6 packs of the drumroll donuts, the strawberry and vanilla. I don't really love the chocolate ones. I don't know why, I feel like they're just not enough flavor. These are like glazed, the chocolate ones aren't. Okay, light cream cheese and some Bolthouse Caesar. This is my favorite dressing ever. Some regular cheese for the spinach dip, but also just for like eggs and stuff. Okay, I've made it a goal this week to try to drink more water, so I'm gonna mix like a little bit of this zero sugar lemonade in with my water instead of literally just drinking Fresca my whole life. Blueberries for the yogurt bowls. Refill on the solo bagels because I only have like 1 left, and then refill on the honey wheat keto bread from Nature's Own, best keto bread in existence. Some organic lemon juice for lemon water, and then refill on our honey mustard. This is a good low-cal condiment for sandwiches. My favorite HEB garlic parmesan chicken breast that I cook in the oven. This seriously like makes me crave chicken breast. Some regular bacon, and then y'all have been craving turkey bacon, so I got some of that for some breakfast this week. Lean ground beef, 2 of these because y'all know I go through ground beef like nobody's business. Refill on some bell peppers, green beans. They were out of Brussels sprouts, so I opted for green beans instead. That's like my second favorite vegetable. We got 2 Frescas, but they're in the car, and then strawberries and raspberries. And that's all. So, groceries complete now before Sunday. Okay girlies, it's Sunday morning. I made my cottage cheese bowl that I've been obsessed with. This is under 300 calories and literally 30 grams of protein, so you need to try it. It's cottage cheese, twisted dough, Lily sugar-free chocolate chips with strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, Special K, and sugar-free syrup on top, and it is for real insane. And then we're headed to go get coffee because I can't say no to Starbucks on a Sunday morning before church. So I'm gonna go get a 2% latte. I'll show y'all that order, the one I've been like, seriously has me in a chokehold. It's so simple, but it seriously tastes so good. So we're on our way. I'll show y'all that whenever we get there. And we got a leg day today. Glute focus, so I'm gonna check out through that too. So y'all can see, like, I'm a quad dominant girly. And so I have specific movements that really help me with glute isolation that I feel a lot more. And so we're gonna run through those today so I can kind of help y'all out. If you're a quad dominant girly and you kind of don't feel stuff in your glutes, I'll help you. Okay guys, here's a coffee order. It is a grande blonde. It's a grande iced latte with, it's a grande iced 2% latte with sugar-free vanilla, 4 pumps of it, and then 3 Splenda. It's only 130 calories for the grande, which I don't think is too bad at all. And it's delicious. Like, making the sacrifice for the 2% milk and doing a smaller size instead of almond milk is just, it hits so much more. So, cheers. So for our glute focus workout today, to not target our quads as much, but to target our glutes, we're starting off with a glute focused squat. When you do these, you push your hips back first rather than bending your knees first. So you get more of a hinge forward movement. And when you're at the bottom, squeeze your glutes to pull all the way back up. I did these on a drop set, so I did like 8, 6, 4, and I went really heavy. And then moving on to our next movement, we're starting with some B stance RDLs. If you struggle feeling it in your glutes and more so in your back on a regular RDL, these will change your life. You're just gonna stagger one foot behind, kind of line your toe up on your non-dominant foot with the heel of your dominant foot. Hinge down and then squeeze your glute all the way back up before we move into some Smith machine bridges. Do not be embarrassed to do bridges. I promise you, having this variety is really going to help. And you can also really push till failure on these, especially with the stability of the Smith machine. So I do like 20 reps here. And then slowing down with your form on cable abductions. I end every single one of my glute workouts with some form of abduction, maybe on the machine, on cables, maybe even doing a cable kickback. And this works so freaking well for isolation. Hey girly pops, I'm popping in for some Monday motivation. So we're gonna sit and have a little chat. I just made lunch. I ran for the first time this morning. Wait, let me show you my lunch first. Okay, look how good this looks. Sweet potato, green beans, real good chicken tenders, cottage cheese, barbecue sauce. Thank you. I ran for the 3rd time today at the gym working on speed. So I know I'm talking to y'all about how I'm getting back into running. So the biggest thing that I'm focusing on lately is my Tuesdays with my upper body. So I hit a little bit of upper body this morning and then I paired that with 3 miles. My Mondays are gonna be my speed focus days, and then my Saturday run is gonna be like my longer run where I'm gonna increase my mileage slightly along the way, nothing too crazy. But on Tuesdays, I'm really focusing on overall being able to increase my speed. So we did 3 miles in 24 minutes and I think 8 seconds this morning, which was a little bit faster than what I did on Friday. It was when I ran the trail outside, which makes me really happy because we're not too far from the 23 range. Like, if I really would have booked it at the end, I was sprinting at like speed 9.5 at the end. So my heart rate was heavy and I think I did a pretty good amount of my workout in zone 5. Like, I was booking it. But what I was doing was starting out at kind of a conversational pace around like 6.7, 6.8 miles per hour on the treadmill. I would do that for like 0.2 miles. Maybe like 0.3 miles. Then I would go into speed 8.5 for about 1 minute, ramp it up to speed 10 for 30 seconds, and then repeat that cycle until I got to 3 miles. And then at the very end, I really just ramped it up because I wanted to beat my time. So that was a pretty good run this morning. It was on the treadmill, so a little bit faster than my outside run the other day, but I'm hoping this weekend maybe we can shoot for like 3.5 miles and bump up the mileage just slightly. Because something that does help me get faster at my short distance is getting more mileage under my belt on my easier runs where I'm not worried about like sprinting and pacing as much. I'm not worried about like speed training. My easier runs, if I can build my endurance by increasing my mileage with the easier ones, then my lower mileage runs are gonna be faster. So that's what I'm focusing on for running. It was a really good run though. I'm finally so excited to be back into it. I wanted to get on here and talk about motivation because I've been seeing a lot of trends. There are a lot of videos on my For You page about just like people talking about their journey to stay motivated and how people stay motivated and what's the trick to, you know, tap into discipline and not stay motivated and stay motivated like if you have a really big goal. And I think that the biggest thing for me that helped me on my journey whenever I was, you know, 155 pounds and was really wanting to start my weight loss journey was I stopped relying on motivation, and not the normal way that everybody else says it. I made a TikTok about this today too, but I had to like redefine my version of success, because what I was doing was I was so stuck in a spiral of like only defining my success as a week where I hit my calories every single day perfectly. I hit my protein, I went to the gym, I did my cardio, I hit my step count. And days that were like seriously any bit of off that, if I went 300 calories over, if I didn't get all of my steps in, if I drank too much, like I would look at that weekend. I could do this on Friday, right? And I could be 300, 400 calories over, and I would just tell myself I might as well just stop tracking because it doesn't matter anymore. I already screwed up and I already broke this span of 5 days that I've been doing perfect. That was my downfall that kept me literally stuck maintaining my weight or gaining weight and seeing no progress, is because I would literally undo it all because one thing wasn't perfect. And that is like your biggest enemy in a fitness journey. And I had to start redefining my success, not as, oh, because I had one failure, then that takes away all of the success and this week was a failure. And I started redefining it as this like quote unquote failure where I didn't do as good as I wanted to can either be something that completely throws me off track, or it can be an opportunity that I learn from so that we don't allow it to happen again, so that then my consistency compounds on top of each other exponentially, rather than just being like 4 days of consistency matched with 3 days of going off the rails and then doing that back and forth. What I would do, for example, is like, okay, instead of looking at me going to a Mexican restaurant and telling myself I wasn't gonna drink and then getting a vodka soda and then getting 2 margaritas and eating too many chips and telling myself that that was a failure because I did that, I would look at the next week, I'll be like, okay, I did good all of these days, but this one day set me back. Why did it do that? What happened, and how can I prevent it in the future? So I remember a particular instance where I did this and I was like, well, what happened is I didn't eat before, and I was running all day. I was working out on an empty stomach. I ate like one meal, maybe at like 10 a.m. and then I was going out to dinner later, and I told myself I wanted to order the grilled chicken options. I wanted to do like 1 vodka soda and not do any margaritas. And I wanted to count the tortilla chips that I was gonna have so that I could make sure I fit in a smart amount. And then when I got there, I was so starving. I was so over it because I was so low energy the whole day. I was so hungry that once I ate a couple chips, it just spiraled, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I've already eaten over 5. I don't even know how many I've eaten. I might as well just keep going. And then I just lost sight of my goals in that moment. So that week after that, when I knew I had taken action over the weekend doing that I didn't want to, right? The next day, I looked at that scenario and I was like, what did I do wrong that we could improve for the future? What can I fix in the future? And I came up with those scenarios. I was like, okay, I wasn't present. I wasn't staying conscious of my goals in real time. I didn't follow through on the structured plan I had for myself, right? I went into it telling myself, this is what I'm gonna order. This is the one drink I'm gonna get, whatever. I had exactly what I wanted to do. And I failed because I let that, you know, me eating too many chips at appetizer tell me, oh, well now I'm just gonna not order what I told myself I was gonna order for the healthy option because it doesn't matter. And now I'm just not gonna stick to what I told myself I was gonna order for the drinks and keep it in moderation. And instead I'm gonna order multiple margaritas because I already had too many chips. That doesn't make any sense, right? So I told myself, okay, we have to stop justifying actions based on the one before it, right? If I would have had 10 too many chips and then had the Fiesta salad and then had 1 vodka soda and no margaritas, I probably would have marked off that day almost perfect. But because I let that decision spiral into one that impacted my next decision, that's how it ended up being a cluster, F word, of actions that weren't goal oriented. So I had to tell myself, okay, that's one way we can improve, right? Stay conscious and present of what you're doing in your actions, and don't just throw your hands up and give up during the moment. And 2, execute on the plan that you set for yourself. And if you didn't execute on part of it, it doesn't mean that you can't execute as closely as possible. And then 3, I looked at, okay, I can improve next time too by not getting to the point of where I'm at this dinner like completely starving, and I can make sure I eat like a high volume snack right before I go so that my stomach isn't growling and I'm not so hangry that I kind of just give up and like lose sight of my goals. That way it's a lot easier to portion control, to, you know, alcohol moderation, to actually execute on the order that I told myself I was gonna order, instead of maybe falling victim to like the 1,500 calorie nachos that I used to order, right? So when I looked at what are tangible, actionable items that I can change to move forward, and I started listing those out in my head, then next time I went to Mexican, I knew, here are the things that I need to change. Here are the things that I actually need to act on to make sure that this doesn't end up like next time, which then would allow me to execute through a circumstance like that. Then it builds my confidence automatically because I'm like, I did it. Now, next time Mexican comes around, I'm like, I've already done this once. I easily can do it again because I can look back on last time at what I executed on successfully and literally just do it again. And so it's about getting through that first time, but it's about learning from your mistakes. So stop defining, motivation is only gonna continue showing up if you're successful and you can build off of that success. But the thing is, you have to know how to define your success. If you define it by being perfect every single day, your motivation is not gonna last because that's impossible. But if you define it off of, okay, maybe there was something that I did that I, could be better at, learn from it, and then you define that as your success. The fact that you looked back, you learned what you could improve, and then you implemented that. If you define your success that way, your motivation is gonna keep coming because you keep being successful. And obviously you're gonna feed off that fuel of being successful. So I think that's a really important lesson to learn and something that really helped me a long way in my fitness journey that I wanted to talk about, because I just know how difficult it is to break out of that all or nothing mindset. It can be so hard and it takes intentional mindset work, but it is so worth it to get to the point where you have a healthy relationship with food and you can maintain all the progress that you're making. So I hope this helps, especially going into the holidays. I know you guys stress about holidays and progress and stuff like that, but I want you to know that balance is so possible and you are so capable of it. You just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And also remember too that you don't have to do it alone. I would love to have you on my other social channels. I will link my Instagram and my TikTok below. I post informative videos on there about weight loss, about fitness. I post my own workout splits. I post my own what I eat in a day, my recipes, everything that you can gain inspo off of in my journey as well. If you really, really feel like you need some strong accountability, guidance, support, like a coach who's gonna be there for you 24/7 with complete access so that you can really tap into getting guidance around social events, around travel, around holidays, around how to build a structured plan for your lifestyle rather than just kind of like a cookie cutter. This works for somebody who can work from home, but doesn't work for me because I work 3 12-hour shifts as a nurse and I have 2 kids. That's something that we work on together to make sure that your approach is really sustainable for you and you can keep seeing progress every week. So if that's something that you feel like you need and you're a woman searching to break out of the all or nothing mindset and really conquer your fitness goals once and for all, and make it a permanent change, you're learning the tools that you need along the way to make sure it's sustainable, please fill out the application to my permanent weight loss coaching program below. I would love to have you. Like I said in my last video, I had a lot of my spots fill up. I have a couple of clients who are graduating the program this week, so I do have a couple of spots opening up this week. If that's you, please apply. I will reach out to you. We'll go over all the details and we can talk about how to get you started in one of those spots. I hope y'all having the most amazing week and I will see y'all in next week's vlog. Bye. See ya.